Since her childhood, Jessie Crockett has always found it difficult to relate to people. This detachment to the human condition has led her to withdrawal into herself. Tonight, she has braved her fears to tell her story. Here's Jessie Crockett with her poem, Happy Faces, Hidden Stories.
You always hear about those happy people in the words written down in papyrus. Delicate fingers and swift hand movements to create the elegant swoop of the L, the gentle dot over the I, and the majestic curve of the E. But what you do not know is the truth. Behind those happy faces, those faces that hide secrets, those faces with odd smiles and non-existent crinkles near the eye, when you laugh at the jokes you hear about the kid who cannot figure out what she wants in life, it is these faces that tell a story, unlike the version crafted with dainty intricacy by a master at deception. Her face and her nose and her eyes that shimmer in the glint of the morning sun, her hair that rarely looks disheveled, and her lips always red like the roses in the summer. Her everything remains in this veil of obscurity. But what lies deeper still, in the hollow caverns inside, is something much different than the exterior she so admirably portrays. You see, her personal life remains undercover. A thick layer of dirt keeps it safe, like the grave she's dug for herself keeps the coffin. But she does have friends. No, they're not like friends like you or I. They're not friends that can be seen. They're not friends that encourage or inspire. They're not friends at all, really. They're figments of an imagination much darker than any nightmare you've ever had in the past 5 years. They are voices that whisper menacing requests, voices that command absurd actions. These are the voices that tell her it is necessary to wear a mask to conceal the truth behind her dark eyes, marred flesh, visible bones. This smile may be fake, but her story is not. She really was taken advantage of by the one she thought most dear. She really did lift her shirt and wriggle out of her pants to bend over for him. And she really did let him take her, like the wind takes the seeds from the flowers in the spring. And she really did let him abuse her while she sat there and stared out at the window, at the sky whose tears matched her own. Her laugh may be feigned, but her story is not. She truly thought she looked a little strange in the image that looked back at her in the mirror. She truly thought that if she forgot about breakfast, she would become more beautiful. She truly thought that exercising 3 hours a day while running on 2-digit calories was going to appease the sinister tongue of the woman in her mind. And she truly thought that everything was all right when her ribcage poked through her flesh and her wrists were the size of quarters. Now, the skip in her step may be a sham, but her story is not. She generally felt like the tension when she pushed was the fall of dumbbells onto her shoulder blades by life's need to oppress those who think differently. She generally felt like her veins were where the demons hid and screamed at her with the obscenities and insults she just could not handle. She generally felt that the metal shards she pressed to her skin would help release those demons that caused her so much mental pain. And she generally believed that she wouldn't become addicted to the pain, that a little deeper wouldn't hurt, and that she could stop whenever she felt like it. Memories aside, this girl, this sad and broken girl, this helpless girl, this girl who's been through so much, well, let's just say, I'm still standing here, aren't I? And that makes me one of the bravest people that I know.